Lighthouse. Hi, I'm Lana. I'm waiting for my first video that I did this morning to load up, but I was thinking about something. I made myself some notes here, and I'm always talking about helping others. And I've been in a situation once or twice in my life where I've had to ask for help. So I took a neighbor of mine down to the local food bank. It's down in Portola. I live in Beckworth. Portola is about 7 miles from here. And they have a senior citizen place, which I've been going to put in job applications. And they also have a local food bank. And they have several different ways that they help. There's also one in Calpine, which is 13 miles the other direction. And there's one back behind us in Loyalton, which is about, Loyalton's about 15 miles from here, maybe, I guess. Another thing I wanted to point out was, sometimes we need help, but I'm always talking about people helping other people, and I started thinking, well, just telling people to help each other, your neighbors and stuff like that, is one way. But I actually made a little list of other ways to help each other. You can always donate your time. Local food banks sometimes need volunteers. Goodwill, I think, is it Goodwill or Salvation Army? One of the two does the bell ringers. You could always do some bell ringing if you wanted to. I actually, when I went to the food bank last week, I actually made a point of telling them I wanted to come do some volunteer work because it would be my way of giving back for the food that they've given me, and then letting me go to the senior citizen part of it and use their computer. They also have free clothes over there. I picked up a couple of sweaters because when I moved here, the movers, some of my stuff that was on the moving truck just never made it here. They were telling me, oh, you need to take pictures and do this and do that. And I thought about, you know what? After all the stress of moving, I just said, you know what? Somebody that's broke into it that wanted it that bad, go for it. But one of these days, they're going to break into somebody's stuff, and somebody's not going to be really happy. They're going to say, okay, I know who delivered my stuff, and they're going to assume, and somebody's going to, stuff happens, folks. If you put out bad, you get back bad. And if it doesn't come back to you right away, at some point in time, it does. So, it does. What you put out comes back to you. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was the American Red Cross. I saw something. I don't think there's one close to here, but the American Red Cross sometimes need people to donate their time and energy, help, like where the hurricanes have hit. Was it Ian was the last one hit Florida? And one of my favorite YouTubers I love to listen to for scary stories, Uncle Josh is one, but Swamp Dweller's another. And I found out through his videos, he lives in southern Florida. And they lost power for 2 weeks. Well, when I went through Katrina in 2005 in my house in Mississippi, we had no power for 2 weeks either, and it sucked. So there's people down there that need help. So if you live outside the hurricane area down there, and you can go donate some time or donate some used clothes or something like that, you might even can call somebody down there that somebody might even be willing to come pick it up. There's always kind of little ways that you can help people. There's always food donation boxes in different places. There's, I know Dollar Tree does one, because when I worked for Dollar Tree, we did one. Dollar General had one for school, the school supplies. Kids sometimes need school supplies. And I didn't have a lot of money even then, even when I was working, because I was, things are really expensive here in California. But I still donated $25 worth of goods to the local school. I donated I did for the elementary school. I donated crayons. I donated some Kleenex. I donated some notebooks and some loose leaf paper. I tried to donate some of those little first grader books they have that teach them how to write their letters and stuff, because I remember my granddaughter needing some of those when she started first grade. One of my granddaughters, and I didn't have any, but I just went through and I donated colors and some pens and markers, and I donated $25 worth of stuff because I had the money to. So if you got an extra $10 that you can go donate something, every little bit helps. So help your fellow man, your fellow whatever. You know what I mean? It's just because you never know when you're going to need that karma back. And I'm not saying do it for that reason. I'm just saying, I do believe in reincarnation, but we only have this lifetime that you remember, unless you go through hypnotherapy and you remember another lifetime. So what little bit, even just, like one time when me and my son back in the day, we were going into Burger King, and I was getting ready to buy us some lunch. We've been running errands all day. And as we walked into Burger King, there was a gentleman standing by the door with a "Will Work for Food" sign. And my son, for as not always using his head, which when I was his age I didn't either, gave this guy his last $2 and went in and brought him out a burger, or gave him his last dollar and brought him out a cheeseburger or something. And I was like, yeah, that's Mama taught you good, you know. So, and he's been known to give the shirt off his back, literally, my son. He just doesn't always think for the long haul, which I don't either sometimes. So, and that's part of our ADHD, and you know what? It just comes with the territory, so I'm used to it. But when I realize my mistakes, I try not to make them again, because that's all a part of learning and growing. One of the other things I wanted to say was, like I said, like the schools, needing supplies, and there's another one too. Sometimes in the malls, I don't know how many malls are even open anymore, because so many people don't even go to malls like they did when I was a kid. But there's something called, I know Kmart used to have one. Kmart's been bought out by Sears. But there's also angel trees, where people go to, that don't have the funds to get their kid anything for Christmas. They go to some of the local churches and they'll put up an angel tree. I did that a couple of years in a row back when we had a Kmart and there was an angel tree there. I went like 2 or 3 years in a row and donated some clothes. I put them in the box, because you can't seal the box, because they want to look in the box and make sure there's no, that whatever it is age appropriate. Because they have you pick out a kid, boy or girl, in the age group or whatever. And one year I donated a couple of toys. One year I donated some clothes, and I can't remember what I donated the other year. I did it maybe I only did it 2 years. I think I may have done it 3, but my memory's just not what it used to be. So, but there's always something you can do, during right before the winter before I think it was in 2020, we had a hurricane hit in Mississippi. And I went and I was just driving around. It wasn't real bad yet. And I was driving around just to see what was going on. And everything was closed down. And this was like less than a mile from my house. And there was a guy and his wife in their car, out of gas, right in front of the store where they were trying to go to get some gas. And the store was closed. But when I got out, I asked the guy, "Hey man, what's going on?" He said, "I'm trying to get my car pushed into here, because the guy said he'd open up long enough to give me some gas." And I happen to know that family. It was a Vietnamese family that lived there. And when Hurricane Katrina hit, this guy let everybody only get $10 worth of gas every day, but he made sure everybody got some gas to go get their food and whatever necessary supplies, because the Army was there, the Air National Guard was there. They'd come twice a week, and they were delivering food and ice, and you would pick up for however many. I was picking up 5 bags of stuff to bring out to 5 different families. I was helping my community, but this guy he was out of gas and trying to get into the gas station. I told him, "Hang on." I said, I have a gas can at home, and I live right around the corner. And I said, "I think I got just enough gas in my gas can. We can put in your car. Maybe we can give you enough gas just to get up there." So I went home, got my gas can, came right back. Him and his wife and his wife and his dog were in the car, and he had his door up and he was getting ready to try to push it. I said, "Wait, honey, wait." So I got out in the rain with him. He put the gas in his car. It was just enough gas to get him from where he was parked in front of the store, the lane going south, to go around and pull right up to the pump, and he ran right out of gas again. That's how little gas it was, but it was just enough. The store opened up, gave him some gas, because they were trying to get south to go pick up some family members to get them back. He said, "They've got money when I get there to pick them up, because I want to bring them up here with us to get them out of the way." And they were south of the interstate there. So being south of the interstate meant anywhere south of Highway 49 or Interstate 10 in South Mississippi and Harrison County. If there's a bad storm coming that's 2 or above, forget it. You're going to flood. You're going to flood, maybe, lose your roof, whatever. You're going to have some kind of damage, okay, depending on how close the storm comes to you. So he was trying to get down there to help some family members. So I was able to be a small part of that. So there's always little things you can do. And folks, I'm just telling you, it's intuition. Most of it's just this icky feeling I get every time. I don't even watch the news anymore, because it just gives me this overall sense of dread and foreboding when I do. And I don't know if it's my angels, my intuition, what. But within the next few years, folks, I'm just telling you, it's just not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And if we can't depend on each other, who else are we going to depend on? Now, you're always going to have the people that lie to you, steal from you, do the stupid shit. But you know what? What you put out comes back to you. Okay? So if you can do any good, do some good. Because you're only going to live this life this once that you're going to remember. And if you can help somebody, there's a lot of people out there that could do a lot. A lot of people out there that are rich that could do a lot more than what they do. I'm just not going to go into that right now, because that's a whole beef with me. I mean, we're already paying more taxes than they do, and they've got way more money than we do. And it's just a sad case of affairs, because what are you going to do? There's no more poor people to tax, because everybody is living in poverty. Can't tax what we don't have. Just saying. So, this is Lana Scott, Lighthouse. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to bring hope and light in the darkness to everybody. I am trying to share my very big heart. So, if this video, if this touched a nerve with you, or you know someone that you can help, help. I mean, the worst you can do is ask. You know, the least you can do is ask. The worst someone can say is, no, I don't need no help, for whatever reason. Or anonymous, like an angel tree, or, which, matter of fact, come to think of it, one more little story, because I am a storyteller. One year, it was like 5 years in a row where I was sticker crazy. I put stickers on everything. And I had stickers on my mail, stickers in my house, stickers everywhere. I had a big old giant book full of stickers. Every time I went to the store, I'd find some new stickers to collect. Great hobby, too, by the way. Harmless. You know, a buck here, a buck there, they all added up. But at one point, I got tired of the little bitty tiny ones. Something like, you know, the ones that are like this big, you know. They had the little circles. You find them in the Dollar General, and there's little books that you flip open. And I looked at them all, and I had a huge bag. And I'm looking at them, I'm going, School was getting ready to start, and they had a drive on for kids, supplies for the kids. And I was going to bring them, and I forgot to. And then, like, about 2 months later, I happened to trip over them at the corner. They were in the living room waiting to go out the door. And I said, that's it, I'm done. I picked them up. I went to the Social Elementary School, which was a mile up the road. I walked in. The lady behind the desk just kind of looked at me funny, and I said, these are stickers. I put a big bag up there. I said, they're all the little bitty tiny ones that little first graders, like, you know, I said, there's all kind in there. There's the ones that say you did a good job and all that, and then there's the ones that have little animals on them, although, you know, there's all these little kid stickers. And she's like, you're going to make a couple of first grade teachers extremely happy. I said, good, because I'm sure they can use them. And I donated a whole shitload bag full of stickers to the school for the kids. And I'm sure they put them all to use. So, just a small thing. If there's other things that you can donate, you can always donate clothes to Goodwill. I already went on my little spiel about that. So, Lana Scott, Lighthouse, storyteller. Be a light in the darkness, folks. You only live once. You're only going to pass this way once. If you can help somebody, help somebody. You never know. Thank you. Have a good one, folks.